Ever notice deviled eggs are made for a family reunion of 40 people? Well, today we're going to make deviled eggs for one. 2 eggs, 4 halves, 0 leftovers, and no judgment. So I've been at work all day and I really don't want to spend all night cooking. So I'm not going to go through a whole lot of trouble for my meal, but I'm also not eating a TV dinner either. I like to still have something good. Uh, I have my dinner cooking in the oven, but I want to have something else that goes with it. So I have deviled eggs on a regular basis. Now, when I was a kid, you hardly ever got deviled eggs. Oh, the only time you got them were Thanksgiving, Christmas, a family reunion, or something like that. Well, I'm sure at some point I said, once I'm an adult and I can buy what I want, then I'm going to have deviled eggs all the time. And I don't know that that's been my whole life, but now that I'm over 50, I pretty much have it 3 or 4 times a week. But I don't spend a whole lot of time. So we'll make this real simple. Need a little mayonnaise. I have some boiled eggs, but I didn't boil them. They're pre-boiled, pre-peeled. Let's see. Pickle relish and a little mustard. Paprika, just for a little spice later. All right. That's all you really need to make deviled eggs. Like I say, the biggest downfall to eggs is boiling eggs, peeling the eggs, things like that. Now, I used to boil my eggs all the time, but they pretty much anywhere you go, they have these little handy packs of eggs, and this makes everything real simple. All I'm going to need really to make it is a knife, a spoon, and my fancy mixing bowl, also known as a coffee cup. So we'll go ahead and start with, I usually do about 2 eggs every night. So there's our 2 eggs. Kind of pat them dry. Keeps them from rolling around as much. A lot easier to handle. But anyway. You don't really have to do that, but next we'll just cut them in half. Usually I do them long ways. I mean, this is for you. If you want to cut them the other way, it doesn't really matter. But I do them long ways. So there's that. Then you have your yolks. You're just going to pop them into your coffee cup. If you leave a little bit, no big deal. This isn't a restaurant. You don't have to make everything perfect. You don't have to have a perfect presentation. It looks good to me. I usually kind of chop up my egg yolks before I put any of the mixture in. Doesn't have to be perfect. Doesn't have to be perfectly chopped up. If you want it to be a little chunkier, then just leave it at what you think you like. It doesn't really matter. I mean, we're still going to mix it a little bit once we add in some of the other ingredients. But wipe a little bit off just so before I put it into my other to my mayonnaise and my pickles. But if you put too much mayonnaise, you can get it a little bit too much creamy. I mean, I'll say about a tablespoon. This is my tablespoon. I know it's not exact, but it's close enough. I would say about level full, but I don't fill it up. So you kind of have to experiment with this, but I would say about like that. That would be good. And then I'm going to put a little pickle relish in there. This is dill pickle relish. You don't need very much, especially there's only 2 eggs worth in here. So maybe a teaspoon worth. If you want more, put more. And then I'm going to put a little bit of mustard, not too much. If you overdo it, it'll be fine. All right. So after that, we're just going to mix it up. I mean, these yolks came out of these eggs and they were level full, packed in as tight as they could be. So it doesn't take a lot of additional ingredient to make a nice filled half deviled egg half. So all right, so now you have your mixture. And this isn't Food Network. I'm not going to take a Ziploc bag and make a fancy little thing to fill these with. I'm just going to take my spoon and just kind of press them in there, and that's fine to me. Pretty much there you have it. I mean, I haven't even been working on this 5 minutes, and that includes pulling everything out and all that. Probably even putting everything back. Now, if you want to add a little spice to it, a little garnishment. Paprika doesn't have a real strong flavor, but it does give a little. I usually just put a little bit in my hand, kind of sprinkle it out on here. And there's your 4 deviled eggs. Very simple process. Like I say, all day at work. From daylight to dark. Not spending a lot of time on trying to cook an extravagant meal. It's just for me, so I don't need a big spread. But even if you had 2 or 3 people, you could still easily make this. Just add a couple more eggs. Or, some people might only want 2 eggs. So it's not going to be difficult, even if you have, a spouse, children, or whatever. You can still do this pretty quick, not spend a whole lot of time. So since it's just me, I don't really have to wait. I can go ahead and do a little quick taste test. Basically like Grandma made it. One of the best little meals. The thing that I waited for every holiday was my deviled eggs. If you like real food without a lot of nonsense, hit subscribe. This is the Roman Skillet. Good food wherever you land.